All right, fans, we need to talk about some Chelsea news. Two players in particular, or I guess three since we're talking about transfer rumor. The first one being Christian Pulisic and Victor Osimhen, that there might be a player swap with the striker from Napoli this summer. Now, obviously, it won't be a straight swap for this player because what Victor's been doing has just been phenomenal. Now, he's been linked to Chelsea before. This isn't the first time, but this is the first time we're actually adding a player to it. Now, Christian Pulisic, we haven't seen much of him this season. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries. And at this point, I think Chelsea and the board are looking at this and thinking that they need to cash out on this player sooner than later, which is a shame because having Todd Boehly as our board member, our owner and everything, you would think being American, he'd want to keep an American as one of our star players. But like I said, Christian Pulisic, when he's fit, is a pretty good player, but we haven't seen a fully fit Christian Pulisic. I don't think since he's been at Chelsea. Each and every season, he seems to be picking up an injury. And I think we're looking at that this might be a possible swap with some cash. Now, again, I do not know the amount we'll throw into the cash-wise because Victor Osimhen is going to go for quite a bit. Let's be real here. What he's been doing in Napoli in the Serie A league, he's been just lighting the world on fire. And therefore, I have a feeling we're not going to be the only team looking for this player. And on top of that, the big issue for Chelsea right now is Champions League football, if we're going to be in that or not. Now, we still can finish and win the Champions League. I don't think we're going to finish in the top four. So if we are booted out of that by Real Madrid or some other club, or we don't finish in the top four, I have a hard time seeing us actually sign this player no matter what player swap we want to do with him, because this guy is going to be looking to play in the Champions League. Now, whether that is still at Serie A at Napoli or some other club, because like I said, there are other teams looking at bringing him in as their new striker. And again, he deserves a huge contract for what he's been able to do. Been one of the best players this season, not just in Serie A, but throughout the entire world. So again, this is why Chelsea are trying to hone on this player sooner than later. Now, on top of that, we need to talk about our other striker, Broja, who actually has just come back. And now when I say come back, he's only training individually wise from his ACL injury, which is big news for Chelsea because, as we know, we've been lacking in our striker position. Now, Broja did pick up the ACL injury in a friendly back in December against Aston Villa, which was a shame because it was just a friendly. Wasn't even a league game or a cup game or anything along those lines. But it was one of those freak accidents that did happen, which has him sidelined till now and probably till the end of this season. But the fact is that he is individually training, which is great news because it's been about 4 months, give or take, from that injury, and therefore he is having a speedy recovery. And there's a possibility that he should be able to train later this season, maybe get some minutes. I highly doubt it, but still, he should be fully fit in the summer, and that way he can still have a preseason with the rest of the club, which is always big for any player, and especially for Graham Potter, because he has to assess each and every single player that could be an option for us. Now, whether we keep him, sell him, loan him out, I have no idea what's going to possibly happen with him yet. But like I said, this is good news for that player itself because, again, Chelsea do need a proper striker. We can't rely on Kai Havertz each and every game. Pierre Aubameyang, again, we have no idea what's going to happen with him. He was in Barcelona after their match. So again, I feel like he's on his way out at the end of this season. So therefore, again, Chelsea need to find a striker, a proper striker. And yes, there's Romelu Lukaku as well. But again, we've already made a video about that. So Chelsea need to find a striker, and Victor Osimhen will be the best option if we can bring him in. But like I said, it's going to be a very difficult task if Chelsea are not in the Champions League. So that is all I have for you today in the Chelsea news. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below, comment down below. I'll get to those comments as soon as I possibly can. So that is it, and I will see you in our next video.